Coming in today with some simple strategies for you to better manage your emotions so that you have more tranquility, you have more harmony, you have a better time, you have less stress, you have less sadness, and you have less conflict, you have less issues. So if that sounds good to you, then welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. I'm out in Colorado today, out here visiting my mom and my brother. Just got out of a swim, chlorine pool. It's a little different from swimming in the ocean in Hawaii, but I'll take it. Nice. Getting the morning sun now, warming up. And I wanted to share with you something I've been working on, and it's basically just emotional strategies that you can use on yourself in order to just better handle your emotions. So if you feel like you suffer from stress and anxiety, or you suffer from anger, other people suffer from your anger, or you get sad, you don't know what to do, then this talk we're going to have today is going to help you just get a little bit clearer on what you can do, and is going to help you sort your life out a little bit. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Look at this beautiful, it's got a lot of flowers and stuff. Statue of some lady. So the first thing you need to do is identify the emotion. And this is important because depending on the emotion, you're going to have to do something different to resolve the bad feeling and get back to feeling good, or at least feeling normal. So there's a different solution, there's a different thing to do if you're mad than if you're sad. There's a different thing to do if you're stressed or than if you're cranky or if you're hangry. So the first thing is checking in with yourself and saying, how am I feeling? And I guess if you're feeling good, then just live your life, but try to focus on your self-care and continue to feel good. And there's no shame in feeling shame. There's nothing wrong with feeling bad. It's normal. It's our body telling us what to do, so we got to pay attention to what our body is telling us, how we're feeling, so that we can get an idea of what action that we should take. So the first step is, well, what am I feeling? Something's not right. Am I cranky? There's a difference between being irritable and being stressed. And these things sort of package together. Being anxious, being mad, being lonely, being depressed, being, first step is sort of identifying. If we want to get even more detailed in this, you can characterize emotions based on, or you can sort of define them by what happens in the body, like anger, maybe like you might feel it in your fists or in your jaw. If you're tired, you might feel it more in your head. If you're anxious, you might feel it more in your gut. Anxious or stressed, more in your gut. If you're feeling shame or embarrassment, you might feel it in surrounding your back, your shoulders. If you're feeling hangry, you might feel it in your gut as well, but it'll be a different sort of thing. So that's something you can study more into and pay attention to. Check in with your body. Like if you're breathing shallow, that could be an anxiety or a panic. If you're it depends. So the words we have for emotions are often describing physiological states. So understanding that physiological state and checking in with your body, your heart rate, your temperature, all these things are going to help you. Okay. Now that you have a better idea of what emotion it is, I'm going to give you some ideas for each emotion, what to do and maybe not, what not to do. Because again, different emotions call for different actions, and if you do the wrong action, it's not going to help you. It's probably even going to hurt you. So, for example, if you're feeling hangry, which is where like an irritability arising specifically from being hungry and possibly tired, it might happen with a late dinner, long day, then the solution is not to like talk it out, or the solution is not to go to sleep, the solution is not to go for a run, the solution is to eat dinner, right? You eat dinner, you're going to be okay. So that's an example of why it's so important to figure it out. Like, I'm cranky. For me, a cranky is like a tired cranky. Like, if I'm cranky again, I don't need to talk to people. I don't need to go for a run. I don't necessarily need to go to eat. I need to go to sleep. If I'm cranky, I might need to take a nap, or it's just time for bed, right? I'm up too late. I need to go to bed. Okay. If I'm angry, as another one where talking to people is not a good solution. Talking it out. Anger is a good opportunity to go for a run or exercise, cool down, like the blood's rushing to your hands and your feet. Anyways, don't fight people. Go for a workout. Go push some iron, or go for a run, or do some push-ups or something like that, and embrace that your heart's beating faster. It's gonna help you relax. And when you do all these things, it's gonna help you come back to where you're supposed to be. And anxiety, my favorite response to anxiety immediately is something stress, like deep breaths, just taking deep breaths, because it's a physiological counter. Anxiety is comes from is often manifested as a fast breathing and fast heart rate. I'm just waving to my mom, let her know I see her over there. So yeah, deep breathing. What you can also do if you're feeling anxiety is, like, this is where it's good to have a pet, or a dog, a cat, something that you can pet, or if you have a physical touch, being held or holding a hug or a massage or something like that. Those things can really help with anxiety. If it's a specific stress, after you address the physiological, it could be a longer term project of you're stressed because you're broke, you're stressed because you have got a horrible relationship with your boss or your partner, or you're stressed because your health is not good, or because you have to have some kind of conversation, and then you need to actually address that conversation, or do the whatever the thing is. If you are sad or lonely, these are sadness is an opportunity. Let's separate these things. Like, sad, I think, is a good opportunity to think, really ponder, like, why are you sad, what's wrong with your life, and also to do gratitude, to think, these are the things that I'm grateful for, this is what I'm sad about. So sadness is an opportunity to really ponder. What is the expression? I think, like, yeah, when we win we party, when we lose we ponder. So that's an opportunity to ponder. Loneliness is the one where reaching out, connecting to people, like separating loneliness and depression a little bit, but loneliness is an important time, good opportunity to connect with people, to reach out with people, that's where having a confidant, a good friend, or a therapist, something like that's gonna be good and powerful and helpful for you. And but I just want you to get a sense, like, okay, we identified the emotion. Depending on the emotion, the way to get back to being sort of like calm and centered and feeling good, it depends on the emotion, the action that you take. Because if you're sad, if you're lonely, then working out's not necessarily the answer. If you're angry, then you're gonna have a hard time going to sleep. If you're stressed out, then eating is not the solution, right? So it takes some emotional awareness It takes body awareness, and it takes a little bit of strategy. But if you do that, I promise you, you're gonna have less conflict. You're gonna have less just bad emotions. You'll be able to resolve them sooner and be able to have get back to feeling good more often. But again, it's appropriate to feel bad at times when things aren't going right. Like, you should be grateful that your body's alerting you that you need to eat, or you need to sleep, or you need to take deep breaths, or you need to work out, or you need to fix something that's actually wrong, or you need to reach out, or you need to talk to someone, or you need physical touch. You got to thank your body for alerting you to these things. So negative emotions aren't a glitch, or there's nothing wrong with them. It's telling you what to do, and you just got to listen to your body. So if that sounded useful to you, if that sounded helpful to you, then please comment down below. Let me know it was useful. Hit the thumbs up. And by the time you see this video, if you want one-on-one coaching, if this video recently came out, I'm probably opening up the door again. So in the description, there's a link that says life coaching. You can go click on that, and if you're interested, request a time. It's got information on what it's about, how it's going to go, and what the cost is going to be. So, and I haven't been taking on, I think I took on only a couple clients in the past year and a half. Still working with some of the same people, but I do this periodically. I launch and I start working with some new people, usually for a long term. So if that's something that you want, then sign up, because I don't know when the next time will be. Okay, appreciate you, much love, and look forward to talking to you soon. Peace.